We will be traveling south through the hinterlands.
It's working!
Of Ostagar, on the edges of the qunari wilds. The Tevinter Imperium built Ostagar long ago to prevent the Wilders from invading the northern lowlands. It's fitting we make our stand here, even if we face a different foe within that forest.
Nice.
The
We can
King's
actually play.
forces have clashed with the Darkspawn several times, but here is where the bulk of the horde will show itself. There are only a few Grey Wardens within Ferelden at the moment, but all of us are here. This blight must be stopped, here and now. If it spreads to the north, Ferelden will fall.
Ho there, Duncan.
King Caelan, I didn't expect
A royal welcome? I was beginning to worry you'd miss all the
Quite
fun.
the armor.
Not if I could help it, Your Majesty.
Then I'll have the mighty Duncan at my side in battle after all. Glorious. The other wardens told me you'd found a promising recruit. I take it this is he?
Allow me to introduce you, Your Majesty.
No need, Duncan. You are Bryce's youngest, are you not? I don't think we've ever actually met.
He really seems very direct, especially for a king. Not much about title and etiquette and stuff like that. I mean, we already had the rumors, right? I'm so glad it's working. I don't know. wasn't really sure if the game now worked out. So yeah, I would say that's off to a great start. Yes, I am, and I bring important news.
Is it about your father? Your brother has been concerned about him.
He's not coming. He died when our castle was taken.
Dead? What do you mean? Duncan, do you know anything about this?
Terran Cousland and his wife are dead, Your Majesty. Arl Howe has shown himself a traitor and overtaken Highever Castle. Had we not escaped, he would have killed us and told you any story he wished.
I can scarcely believe it. Well, how could he think he could get away with such treachery? As soon as we are done here, I will turn my army north and bring Howe to justice. You have my word.
Okay. I didn't expect him to be that forthcoming with his support, but hey, we take it. Thank you, Your Majesty.
No doubt you wish to see your brother. Unfortunately, he and his men are scouting in the wilds.
I hope he survives and there's not another plot to kill him. But he may be in danger.
We are all in danger, my friend. Nothing can be done until your brother returns, and that will not be until the battle is over. I apologize, but there's nothing more I can do. All I can suggest is that you vent your grief against the Darkspawn for the time being.
So long as Al pays, I'm happy.
I'm sorry to cut this short, but I should return to my tent. Loghain waits eagerly to bore me with his strategies.
Your uncle sends his greetings and reminds you that Redcliffe forces could be here in less than a week.
Ha! Eamon just wants in on the glory. We've won 3 battles against these monsters, and tomorrow should be no different.
You know, it sounds like the Blight is almost over.
I'm not even sure this is a true blight. There are plenty of Darkspawn on the field, but alas, we've seen no sign of an archdemon.
Disappointed, Your Majesty?
I'd hoped for a war like in the tales.
Just wanted to say, he sounds kind of disappointed, right?
Grey Wardens against a tainted god, but I suppose this will have to do. I must go before Loghain sends out a search party. Farewell, Grey Wardens.
He sounds more like an adventurer or a warrior than a king, to be honest. Oh well.
What the king said is true. They've won several battles against the Darkspawn here.
You pressured me into becoming a Grey Warden. You didn't seem to take the Darkspawn very seriously.
True. Despite the victories so far, the Darkspawn horde grows larger with each passing day. By now, they look to outnumber us. I know there is an archdemon behind this, but I cannot ask the king to act solely on my feeling.
Can't we, like, ask the other Grey Wardens, like the Grey Wardens outside of Ferelden? What would you have him may do?
Wait for reinforcements. We sent a call out west to the Grey Wardens of Orlais,
Ah.
but it will be many days before they can join us. Our numbers in Ferelden are too few. We must do what we can and look to turn Loghain to make up the difference. To that end, we should proceed with the joining ritual without delay.
What do you mean? What ritual? What joining?
Every recruit must go through a secret ritual we call the joining in order to become a Grey Warden. The ritual is brief, but some preparation is required. We must begin soon.
Cannon's such an optimist. But also a little bit reckless, right? At least that's the impression he leaves on me. Did you hear about the new patch 7 notes for BG3? I did! Which appears to be like the last big update for BG3, right? New ending scenes for evil playthroughs, which I won't really see, I guess. But yeah, the bug fixes will be nice. And I think for players who enjoy playing evil, it also will be nice. But why is this ritual so secret?
The joining is dangerous. I cannot speak more of it except to say that you will learn all in good time. Until then, you must trust that what is done is necessary.
That's so sketchy if someone is just like, just trust me, it is necessary. Am I the only recruit you have?
No, there are 2 other recruits here already. They have been waiting for us to arrive.
But I need to find Fergus.
You heard what the king said. He is scouting in the wilds and beyond contact. Be patient. He will return.
I have a bad feeling about that. And looking at the game so far, all my bad feelings were confirmed. Wonderful. Let's get this over with then.
Feel free to explore the camp here as you wish. All I ask is that you do not leave it for the time being.
Where's our
There's
dog?
another Grey Warden in the camp by the name of Alistair. When you're ready, seek him out and tell him it's time to summon the other recruits. Your hound can stay with me while I attend to some business. The Grey Warden tent is on the
Heavy
other side
barking.
of this bridge. You will find us there should you need to.
Okay, at least our dog made it with us. Okay, level up. Ooh, suddenly nice music. A little bit of strength, a little bit of dex, a little bit of cunning. What influences how much stamina we have? Is it willpower? Yeah. Let's go with a little bit more willpower. You know, because of the passive effects we're using. Stealth. Let's go with dual weapon training, because that's passive, so it doesn't cost any stamina. Quite the nice Grey Warden fortress. Is that a Grey Warden fortress? I think so. It looks quite nice. With all the statues.
Hail, you must be the Grey
And
Warden recruit.
quite the tower here.
This place hasn't seen such bustle in centuries, I'll wager. Need a hand getting anywhere?
I don't know where anything is. Where's Duncan's tent?
Not far. It's straight ahead, just past the royal encampment. Most of your fellas are in the valley with the army, but the recruits seem to be staying up here for now.
I'm looking for a Grey Warden named Alistair.
Try heading north. I think he was sent with a message to the mages.
Tell me about Ostagar.
Used to be a fortress long time ago, so I understand. Back in the days when the Wilders used to invade the lowlands. You were just on the eastern side of the ruin. The Tower of Shale is there, but Tairn Loghain's closed it off until the battle. This side is the King's camp. We've got the Grey Wardens here, the Circle of Magi, the Chantry. You can't swing a dead cat without hitting somebody important.
Why would I swing a dead cat? Yes, I had to turn down graphics to low and no sound just to do this area. Cause otherwise it would crash for you, Alistair? Or why did you have to do that? Is there any way to get supplies? Maybe we should just explore. Ah, well.
Quartermaster, he's just a bit to the northwest.
The circle of Magi is here. Outside the circle.
A few mages, yes. They even brought those creepy quiet fellows, the Tranquil. Gives me the shivers when they talk, all cold and even. They're to the
Don't
north
blame
of here,
them.
bunched up with a herd of Templars glaring at them. Can't miss it.
Don't blame the tranquil, blame the people who make them tranquil. Do I hear dogs barking?
This is Ferelden, isn't it? The king has his kennels on the west side of camp. Stinks from all the hounds. These aren't cute puppies, though. Some of those dogs bite the Darkspawn and get too much of that blood in them. It's like poison. Slow, painful death. Terrible.
I just wanted to say, I mean, with the... We don't know too much about that so far. But like, Darkspawn can give you the taint. And then basically you suffer a slow, very cruel death. So... I guess, like, having someone who bites them, like Mabari, isn't the best battle tactics. Where's the king?
Probably in his tent. He and Sten and Oghren are on the southwest side of the camp. The king likes to spend time with his soldiers, though. Sometimes even without his bodyguards. Drives Sten and Oghren wild, that does.
I mean, looking at our backstory so far, sounds like he's also an easy target. Maybe? I want to ask you something else.
Go on, then.
I'll be on my way? Question mark?
Good luck to you, then.
You were nice. Very helpful. Though I already forgot all the directives you gave me, so thanks for nothing. King Tated. I don't know how I pictured a royal tent. Not like this. Royal Enclave.
Greetings. King Cousland is not in his tent right now.
You know, tell me about the king. You must see him a lot, right?
I suppose I do.
Ha,
He's spending
persuasion.
most of his time with the Grey Wardens. He rides with them wherever they go, in fact. Sten and Oghren sees the king whenever he can and argues with him over coming battles, but the king just waves him off. The king wants to end the Blight with a single huge battle the bards will sing of for centuries. Do you think that's possible?
I guess Cousland is really in for all the fame. I guess we're seeing the coming battle, right?
That's how the Sten feels. He'll do what the king wants in the end, though. The king thought it was funny that Sten called him reckless, and they fought about the queen.
The queen? The queen?
She's the Sten's daughter. He wasn't happy about something she did or the king did, I'm not sure. I probably shouldn't discuss it.
Interesting. It seems like really closely connected if the queen is the Terran's daughter.
As you wish.
Anyway. Yeah, I've no idea where I'm going. We will just have a look around, you know?
Carefully, man. This wretched thing is a Darkspawn.
Anything here? Let's just run away. Maybe we can escape our fate of becoming Grey Warden. Can I fall down somewhere? Huh. Oh no, what happened? Where am I? Oh my gosh, did I just crash? I don't know. I don't know how to get up there again. Damn it, Ethan, why do we have to try everything? Okay. I would summarize, we shouldn't do this. Let's just load. Testing the game's limits. Okay. At least we didn't do anything major so far. Right. I think we just have to talk with the guard again to persuade him and get the information. But what the heck? I could just like walk over the edge and then I just jumped down some...
Hail, you must be the Grey Warden recruit that Duncan brought.
Yep. That me. I don't know if we got any map markers, but I guess not. That never happened to me before. I'm very happy to show you new... Should we call it content? New glitches. I mean, you know my playthrough, Smarter Chan. Here.
Greetings.
Yes,
Caelan
yes.
is not in it.
Persuade.
The king wants to end the blight with a single.
We'll see.
The king thought it was funny. The Terran called him wreck.
The
He
queen.
wasn't happy about.
Bye.
As you wish.
Cool. Okay, let's not go to the left.
Look carefully, man.
Ooh.
This wretched thing is a Darkspawn. They're strong
Ah.
and cunning and smart.
It's not a dead
Don't
soldier.
listen to those old wives' tales. They can be killed. Stick them with your sword enough, and they go down. Their blood is black as sin and poison.
This guy looks a little bit like Sir Gilmore.
You get tainted with that blood, and you may as well slit your throat. We've lost many dogs already. Had to muzzle them to keep them from biting.
Oh.
It's a long and painful way to die.
Yeah, that's about the taint. Don't mess with Darkspawn.
This is supposed to be the battle that sends these.
I mean, makes them even meaner foes that they have this taint which is spreading and just turning others into Darkspawn as well. You don't look like a nice guy.
You approach the tent of Terran Loghain. State your business.
Oh. Tell me about Terran Loghain.
How can you not know of Loghain? He helped free Ferelden. He was the brains behind King Maric's armies and drove out those damned Orlaisians. King Maric rewarded him by making him a Terran. Can you imagine? A commoner became a high nobleman just like that. Without Loghain, you can bet the king wouldn't be winning against these Darkspawn.
You're very proud of him. Is the Terran inside? What is he doing? Probably we're asking too many questions.
He's inside, but I don't think it's my place to discuss his activities.
Surely you can tell me a little bit about him, right?
I suppose,
Ha.
as long as we talk quietly. He and the king have been arguing for days. The Terran's known the king since he was swaddled, so they don't stand on ceremony. The Terran speaks his mind, and the king yells right back. Personally, I think the king should do what Terran Loghain tells him. Without the Terran, we wouldn't be doing as well here as we are.
Yeah, I guess as Loghain's guard, you're very unbiased. I don't think we can get an audience with the Terran, but I mean, let's see. I would like an audience with the Terran, please.
I suppose you have a message for him. Hold on then.
No, we don't, though.
Yes, what is it? Oh, you're Duncan's new Grey Warden, I assume.
I'm not a Grey Warden yet.
You impressed His Majesty nonetheless. He could not contain his excitement over your meeting. Caelan's fascination with the Wardens goes beyond the ordinary. Are you aware his father brought your order back to Ferelden?
Yeah, you really don't seem to be as delighted by our presence. A fascination you don't share.
The Wardens are impressive, but not as relevant as Caelan thinks. You look familiar. Have I seen you at the Lands meet?
I guess cause we're noble. My father was the Terran of High-Ever.
The king told me of his promise. I'm certain he has every intention of following it through. I don't suppose you'll be riding into the thick of battle with the rest of your fellows, will you?
I mean, it makes him also more powerful, right? Now that the other Terran is not alive anymore. I don't know.
If Caelan has his way, you will. Now I must return to my task. Pray that our king proves amenable to wisdom, if you're the praying sort.
And if he doesn't?
Then simply pray.
Okay. Very reassuring. Duncan's fire. Why do you have a personal fire?
You found our tent, I see. Is there something you need?
I have some questions.
Alistair can help you with those. I had hoped he would be back by now.
Okay. If you don't want me to talk to you, that's fine. Qunari Wilds. Oh, that's the region where the giant rats came from, right? Yay. But I mean, giants, I would always take giant rats. over giant
You there,
spiders.
elf. What's your name?
It's Pick, sir.
Go tell Tern Logain that the war party's ready to begin scouting. We'll send word if we find anything amiss.
Yes, sir. Right away, sir.
Who are the Ash Warriors?
What do you need? You haven't brought more instructions from the Tern, I hope.
More instructions?
Tern Logain has changed our scouting route 12 times. If you're not from the Tern, what do you want? We're busy.
Nice to choose. Almost picked them myself. You don't look like the other soldiers in the army.
We aren't. We're Ash Warriors.
Well, what is an Ash Warrior?
Our training has been passed down since Matthias the Dwarf Son first harnessed the battle rage of the dwarves. It is an old tale.
So, maybe let's frame it like this. What does an Ash Warrior do?
We harness the rage inside us, nurture it, and draw it out so we cannot fall in battle until our last foe is slain. It is a dwarven discipline, but we've adapted it to let us fight alongside our hounds. That is our way. I trust my hound with my life, as he trusts me with his.
Kind of sounds like a mix of a D&D Barbarian and a D&D Ranger. Oh really? I have a Mabari hound of my own.
Then you are most fortunate. A trained Mabari hound is as dangerous as any sword. We do not speak of a city pet or those things that sit in an old woman's lap.
If you don't play as a human noble, can you then recruit a dog or something? Or can you just get the dog as a companion when you play this special origin story? So what exactly are you preparing for?
To scout the wilds and watch the progression of the Darkspawn horde. With luck, we'll find and slaughter many stragglers. The hunt will be good if my hound survives the blood of his prey. If he dies, I shall mourn tonight.
Ooh. Guess survives the blood is referring to the taint of the Darkspawn, right? Survives the blood. What do you mean?
Darkspawn blood is poisonous, but not always fatal. Those who survive grow immune to its effects. The Wardens say that tainted blood drives even the survivors mad eventually. But not today. Today, we hunt and we kill.
So, why have you painted your dogs? Kind of looks like a zebra dog.
They use scent to distinguish us from our enemies, but the blood of battle can confuse them. So we paint ourselves with caddis, which overpowers the blood, and also paint our hounds so they know we are the same.
Ooh, that's smart. But you know, what if the enemy is painted with caddis as well?
Why? Would you steal our caddis and give it to the Darkspawn hordes?
Absolutely not.
Good. I hear death is unpleasant.
Tell me about Luthien the Dwarf Son.
I am no bard, but I will do my best. Matthias was a claimed tribesman. Some said he was too short to be a warrior, but he was strong and fierce. His chieftain sent him to the dwarves of Orzammer to negotiate an alliance, where he fell in love with the king's daughter, Skya, and brought her back to his tribe. She taught Matthias to use the dwarven battle wrath to summon his strength and ignore all pain. Matthias then taught this to the clan, who made him their chieftain.
So you descend from the clan?
They were simply the first to be taught. Others were inspired by his death to follow his path.
Oh, did he die?
Matthias's prowess earned him the love of Morrigan, a beautiful chieftain of another tribe. When Skya learned of his seduction, she returned to her people. Matthias was grieved. He sent Morrigan away, but this only vexed her, and began a long war between their tribes.
Oh boy.
In the end, Matthias slew Morrigan in single combat. However, his wounds were great, and he perished when the rage ended. The dwarves came from Orzammer that day, and gave Matthias an honored burial in the mountains. And we live by his teachings even today.
What happened to his wife, Skaia.
It is said that before the final battle, she returned to Luthias and gave him a shirt of dwarven chain, along with a final night of passion. Then she was gone forever. If she lived on in Orzammer, only the dwarven folk could say for certain.
So you could have said he was the first Ash. Why do I say Osh? You could have said he was the first Ash warrior, right?
Matthias was a great man. I doubt I've done his tale justice.
Osh warrior. I should be going.
My thanks. There is hunting to be done, and I'll not be kept from it.
Interesting people. Oh no, a chantry mother.
Failure, my friends. Should it find you, you will not have failed your king. You will have served your maker. Die in this battle, and when you stand before the maker in the land beyond the Fade, he shall not find you wanting. Go not into death gladly, but with the knowledge that evil has been held at bay by your spilled blood. And if you go to stand beside the maker, go with our blessing, for you shall not be forgotten. My friends,
oh hey, Wynne is here. Interesting.
Greetings, young man. You are Duncan's newest recruit, are you not? He's not a man easily impressed. You should be proud.
Yeah. Okay, wait, audio bug. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Wynne, one of the mages summoned by the king. I am Alan.
Well met, and good luck to you on the battlefield. To us all, in fact.
Curious. I just know that she's more important in the story. So, interesting. Will you be fighting beside the king?
Not precisely. The Grey Wardens will be on the front lines, not the mages. Still, we have our parts to play. To defeat the Darkspawn, we have to work together. It's not an idea everyone seems able to grasp.
I wonder who she's talking about. You have faced Darkspawn before?
Stragglers, yes. Not the vast horde the scouts speak of. I wonder, how much do you know of the connection between Darkspawn and the Fade?
Tell me. What does the Fade have to do with anything?
Anytime your spirit leaves your earthly body, whether it's to dream or to die, it passes into the realm we call the Fade. It's home to many spirits, some benevolent, others far less so. At the heart of the Fade lies the Black City.
The one we heard about in the introduction video. So, what is the Black City?
Some say the Black City was once the seat of the Maker. But when the mages from the Tevinter Imperium found a way into the city, it was tainted with their sin. That taint transformed those men, turning them into twisted reflections of their own hearts. And the Maker cast them back to the Earth, where they became the first Darkspawn. At least that's what the Chant of Light says.
I mean, if that would be true, it doesn't paint the picture of a very nice Maker, right? Because, I mean, with the Blight going on over and over again, with so many deaths it causes, it would be quite horrible, right? And is that true?
It may be allegory, meant to teach us that our own evil causes human suffering. Or it may be true. It is as good an explanation as any for now.
Don't you have any proper advice? Well, I'll just kill every Darkspawn I see, alright?
A wise attitude. It's worked well for me in the past. But I'm certain Duncan has more for you to do than talk to me.
It wasn't the Maker we know from Inquisition. Absolutely right. But still, I like, or, well, I don't really like, but I think it's quite ironic how it is very often taught how merciful the Maker is, and still the chantry uses that for, like, racism against elves, against dwarves, against mages,